The ninth season of the popular reality dating show Love is Blind has come to a dramatic close, leaving fans reflecting on the emotional journeys of the participants who dared to fall in love without ever seeing each other face to face. This unique social experiment, where singles connect in isolated pods based solely on emotional and intellectual compatibility, culminates in engagements, honeymoons, and ultimately decisions at the altar. In this season, set against the backdrop of forming genuine connections amid modern dating challenges, only a handful of couples progressed to the wedding phase, but the outcomes were far from fairy tale endings. The show explores deep themes of vulnerability, trust, communication, and the harsh realities of merging lives after the initial spark of romance fades. It's a testament to how love can be blind, but real life often demands clear vision. Starting with the couples who made it to the altar, the season highlighted three pairs: Ali Lima and Anton Yarish, Megan Walerius and Jordan Keltner, and Calibria Haskin and Edmund Harvey. Each of these relationships began with promise in the pods, where conversations flowed freely without the distractions of physical appearances. However, as they transitioned into the real world, cracks began to appear, revealing incompatibilities that couldn't be ignored. Beyond these, other engagements formed but dissolved before reaching the wedding day, underscoring the show's brutal honesty about relationships. For instance, Kacie McIntosh and Patrick Suzuki got engaged in the pods, sharing moments of excitement and hope, but their bond unraveled shortly after, preventing them from even joining the group trip to Mexico. This early breakup set a tone for the season, showing that the pod connections, while intense, don't always translate to lasting partnerships. Another couple, Nick Amato and Annie Lancaster, started strong but faced insurmountable differences. Their engagement seemed solid at first, with shared values and laughter echoing through their interactions. Yet, as time progressed, insecurities surfaced, particularly around the balance of affection in the relationship. Nick ultimately ended things, citing a lack of mutual security. Similarly, Madison Maidenberg and Joe Ferrucci's story was one of highs and lows, ending abruptly when Joe left his tuxedo fitting, realizing Madison wasn't the right fit for him. These breakups highlight the show's core premise. Love requires more than initial chemistry, it demands alignment in everyday life, from habits to long-term goals. Delving deeper into Anton Yarish and Ali Lima's journey, their connection in the pods was built on shared dreams and vulnerabilities. Ali, with her expectations for a stable and transparent partner, found Anton's charm irresistible at first. They discussed everything from family aspirations to personal growth, fostering a bond that led to an engagement. However, once outside the pods, realities clashed. Anton's lifestyle, including his drinking habits and financial situation, didn't align with Ali's vision for a future together. At the altar, the tension was palpable. Ali, dressed in her wedding gown, faced Anton with a heavy heart. She expressed that the person she fell in love with in the pods wasn't the one she experienced in daily life. "I can't be your wife," she said, her voice steady but emotional. She emphasized that her intuition guided her, noting that the moment didn't feel right. Anton, on the other hand, was left bewildered, questioning if it was his appearance, vibe, or their cohabitation that led to this. He affirmed his care for her, but the disconnect was too great. This breakup serves as a poignant reminder of how transparency is crucial in relationships, especially when building a life together. Moving to Megan Walerius and Jordan Keltner, their story began with a touching common ground. Both had loved ones dealing with type 1 diabetes, creating an instant emotional bridge. In the pods, they shared stories of resilience and support, leading to a heartfelt engagement. Megan, an entrepreneur with a taste for luxury, and Jordan, who favored a simpler life as a dad with a fixed schedule, seemed to embody the opposites attract philosophy. Yet, as they navigated real-world scenarios, these differences became chasms. Megan's love for extravagance clashed with Jordan's minimalism, and his picky eating and travel constraints added to the strain. In the finale, Megan called off the wedding, describing them as ships in the night, two people passing without truly connecting. Jordan, confused, pointed out that she knew these traits from the pods, but Megan admitted her initial optimism had waned. Tears flowed as they parted, with Jordan regretting introducing her to his son Luca, feeling she didn't accept him fully. Megan, in turn, questioned her readiness for motherhood, pondering if her self-focused life was incompatible with family dynamics. This narrative explores the complexity of blending lifestyles, especially when children are involved, and how love alone isn't always enough without compromise. Calibria Haskin and Edmund Harvey's path was equally emotional. Their pod conversations were filled with passion and declarations of love, leading to an engagement that promised forever. Edmund, a realtor with ambitions, and Calibria connected on a deep level, affirming their affection repeatedly. At the altar, both expressed profound love, but Calibria couldn't commit fully. "You deserve someone that is 100% at the altar," she told him, apologizing for her uncertainty. Despite the rejection, she assured him her no didn't negate her feelings, leaving the door open for future possibilities. Edmund, heartbroken and in tears, appreciated her grace but was shocked, seeing no silver lining. Their story underscores the importance of certainty in marriage, showing that even strong love can falter if doubts persist. Beyond the altar couples, Madison Maidenberg and Joe Ferrucci's breakup added another layer of drama. Their engagement was marked by intimacy off-camera but distance on camera, as Madison later reflected. Questions about physical attraction arose, with Joe admitting a preference for petite women, which shook Madison's confidence. Joe clarified it was a pattern, not criticism, but the damage was done. Joe's exit from the tux fitting symbolized his realization that they weren't meant to be. This highlights how external perceptions and internal insecurities can erode even promising relationships. Annie Lancaster and Nick Amato's split was rooted in emotional imbalance. Annie's repeated assertions that she loved him more created tension, leading Nick to end it, stating he was unhappy. Annie's plea to continue fell on deaf ears, illustrating the pain of unreciprocated effort. Lauren O'Brien and David Bettenbug's romance fizzled in Honduras due to mutual friends revealing past hookups and family disapproval. David's hesitation to integrate Lauren into his life sealed their fate. Monica Thanous and Joey Levier, seen as compatible, surprised everyone by mutually deciding against marriage at the altar, acknowledging they weren't fully ready despite deep love. Ben Mazenga and Sarah Carton, despite aligning on values by wedding day, ended things over fundamental differences in religion and politics. Devin Buckley and Virginia Miller's breakup stemmed from prenup discussions and deeper issues, with Virginia prioritizing protection over commitment.